What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of In Our Mom's Basement. Of course, I am Rage Quit Pat. I am joined by the other guy who also has brunette type hair and glasses.
Brunette.
Headshot Dan, what's going on?
Brunette?
Yeah, you're a brunette, right? You have dark color hair. What else are you? You're not a blonde. Are you blonde?
Well, I guess.
Did you dye your hair when I wasn't, like, over the past couple days I haven't seen you or anything like that? I haven't been missing anything?
Oh, sure. I guess we'll just go with brunette.
Well, you are
negotiable.
Yeah, I mean, what about? Let me ask you again. Do you have blonde hair? No, you have dark color hair. You're a brunette.
But I have blonde roots.
No, it doesn't count. You're a brunette. So, let's begin with some news today. Nintendo Direct was today, which I caught a little bit of it actually. Most of it I read on the breaking news. Headshot Dan, a lot of interesting stuff they announced. One thing I'm excited about, really quick before we touch on the games, is if you still have a 3DS, Mario Party: The Top 100 was announced for November the 10th, and I don't know if you read anything on it, but that is all top 100 best mini games in Mario Party, even the older ones, even the ones on like N64, GameCube. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was reading an article today, actually. Well, I love the old Mario Parties a lot compared to the newer ones. So I gotta say, I'm pretty excited to see that. As long as they have one of my favorite games in there, Bumper Balls.
That Bumper Balls was fantastic, but that was like that. You know how we always talk about test your friendship? That game was your true, like, who was really your friend?
Yeah, I was unbeatable in Bumper Balls, and I'm still unbeatable to this day.
Yeah, the best was if like 3 people ganged up on one person and that just turned into a madhouse. That could be good for you or it could be bad because you could get all 3 people to fall off. Bumper Balls was that awesome. What was the other one with the platforms where the flower platforms would kind of go up and down? You know what I'm talking about? Like they would shake and then they would go down.
Oh,
what was
yeah.
that? That was a fun mini game too.
Yeah, there were so many of them now. There were so many good ones.
There was a lot of them, especially on the N64. Those were fantastic.
Oh, the balloon one where you get to pump and whoever's blows up.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is right here. So let's take. Oh, they do got Bumper Balls. Look at that. You're good, Dan. Oh, that game was fantastic too. I like that one with the books, the shapes. You had to figure out which hole was open. This was another man. Oh, this was good too.
Yeah,
hard as hell.
You know, the thing is, I don't even have my DS anymore. You're gonna why don't you bring this to the Switch? Bring this to the Switch.
Well, you could get a 2DS. The new 2DS is $150. That's not bad. Not a bad price point.
I guess, man. It looks awesome though. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, 100 mini games. I mean, Mario Party needed something like this because it definitely fell off the last couple games. I think the last one I did enjoy was the one on the Wii, Mario Party 8. That one I did enjoy, but all the other Mario Parties that have come out since then, on the DS, the other one on the 3DS, the one for the Wii U, just, it hasn't lived up to par. So
N64.
I'm definitely,
which one is that one? That's the best Mario.
There was 3 of them. So you got Mario Party 1, Mario Party 2, and Mario Party 3. Mario Party 2 was the one where you dress up in the costumes, if you remember that one.
Yeah, it's not that one.
Yeah. Mario Party 1 was that one was awesome too. Man, this brings me back to my childhood. Awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That sounds exciting. And it's just gonna make me get another DS. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I might. We have till November 10th, so I might be in the market for one pretty soon. But that was awesome. Dan, what else was announced at the Nintendo Direct? Couple surprises though too. This one I'm actually surprised what you might be actually about to talk about.
Oh, on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, for the Switch. Yeah, Doom and
Doom and Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah, very surprised.
Doom. I know they did some teasers with that a while ago when they were showing off the Switch. I think it was at E3. They did show that. Well, they didn't show, but they did say that Doom was going to release on the Switch. And the one thing I'm really surprised at, it's coming with the multiplayer, which is actually really cool. So it's pretty exciting. Wolfenstein 2 coming out next year. on Switch, which was awesome, by the way.
Yes. So, do you think they got to kind of dub down the graphics a little bit for the Switch, or or do
A
you
little
think they
bit.
kind of, yeah, right?
They're gonna definitely have to cut down on graphics for that a lot, and especially how much is this gonna kill your battery? Probably pretty quick.
Yeah, it's true. They are coming out with games that are battery killers, especially another one that was announced. Skyrim has a release date on November 17th. The game that just keeps getting remade. It's going to be made in VR and all that other type stuff now. So, I mean, are you looking at Skyrim on Switch, or you're pretty much done? I mean, I had it on Xbox One.
Well,
I replayed it again over. I don't think I could go back and.
I actually never played Skyrim, so getting it for a Switch is a big possibility. I get bored at work sometimes, so
Well, you
maybe
better
that'll work.
bring your charger with you.
My phone, the Galaxy, is an SC type charger, same charger as Nintendo, so it works.
Yeah, so you bring your charger with you.
Yeah, I am.
It is USB Type C. Wow, no wonder why it charges really fast.
So I'll probably definitely pick that up for the Switch for sure. I always want to try it.
What about Wolfenstein? Are you just gonna get it now, or are you gonna wait?
I played it. I played it on Xbox, but that's the type of game where I want to see the graphics. So I'll definitely pick it up on a console rather.
You're
than
getting you're getting the Xbox One X also. So
yeah.
I mean,
So I want to take the advantage of the 4K graphics. So the games that I really don't care too much about, like Skyrim, Switch. The games that are like really built graphical wise, Xbox. Unless if it's a good game or like a fun party game or something like that, then the Switch. The Jack in the Box is on Switch.
I guess so. Dan, I see you have some breaking news. You've been always talking about Ghost Recon, so Headshot Dan, take it away on your Ghost Recon news for the PvP.
What's Ghost Recon?
You know what Ghost Recon is.
No, I'm actually really excited to see this. It's open beta starts for Ghost Recon, and it's I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. It's a 4v4 type of style. It's gonna be the map's gonna be as big as the regular map, and so from there, it's only gonna be the weekend. It's only gonna be a weekend play. So which I guess isn't too bad. I'm really excited to try it out and play. For 4v4, 3 classes. I don't know. It's really it looks really interesting. It's gonna be the 21st and it's gonna run through the 25th. And I'm super excited to play it. I still haven't finished the final boss of it because I've been slacking hard as hell.
I finished it a while ago. I sent you a picture.
Yeah, I saw that, but the whole time I was trying to do all the side missions and everything, and I just lost track. I always ended up going back to Rainbow Six.
Yeah, which which you're gonna be editing pretty soon, cause it was a good day that night.
Yeah, it was. That was really good. This weekend I'll definitely do that.
Huh?
This weekend we'll definitely be able to do that. No problem at all. Yeah.
Absolutely. We got a video on this?
Yeah, short video of some of the actual gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a little too late. I think they should have pumped this out maybe like a little bit earlier. I'm surprised it took them this long to kind of pump this game out like this.
It's probably one of those rushed decision type things. They just want to rush out the game, and I guess continue adding. Usually doesn't work for most games that do that.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, it doesn't actually look too bad the way it is, and I'm really looking forward to it. I believe they're gonna. This is pay content, unless if you have the season pass. So we have the season pass, so we'll be able to jump in this. But for the beta, it's open for everyone, so you don't have to have the season pass for the beta. So how about we play some of this? You want to do some
maybe
beta?
Possibly. But yeah, that runs through September 21st through September 25th. So if you still do have this game, there you could beta the PvP. which again took forever so far to come out. So,
Yeah, it's almost a year.
you actually played the FIFA demo, and I know we talked about it last week. That was one of our game previews. So, once again, Headshot, then I'll let you take it away on your FIFA preview. How did you enjoy the demo? And I know you said you hated 17, so what's your impressions on 18 so far?
So literally the first thing I did when I loaded up the demo is I played the Hunter story. And I was really excited to play the Hunter story too, actually.
Does it carry over? It carries over, correct? It asks you for a save file or anything like that?
Not for the demo. This is actually the demo. It wasn't even part of EA Access until later on. It's actually just a demo, so nothing carried over.
Okay.
So basically, I played, and it was only one match, which was kind of upsetting. I played a one match, and then it's like, oh, now you got to try to save your career because someone like scammed you with an opportunity. So now we have to try to save your career. So it ended with us driving somewhere to, I guess, save my career. And then I played just a regular exhibition game against the computer since there's no online in it yet. But it was that was awesome, man. The graphics were all there. It was
I heard they slowed the gameplay down a little bit.
I wouldn't really say they slowed down the gameplay. There's better control movement, ball control. A lot, you could control your players a lot more, a lot easier. The shooting is still on point. The one thing they didn't get rid of that I was really hoping they would get rid of is the free kick crap. I hate how you aim with the free kick, and that's the only thing I really wish they changed what they didn't. But besides that, I'm really happy with this one right now. Right now, I'm liking it better than 17. Apparently, they did some changes to the what is it called? The Ultimate Team. Apparently, there's some changes with that, so I might give Ultimate Team a little chance. But besides that, I'm really excited to play it. It looks fantastic, and it played fantastic too. So I'll definitely be playing that once it releases.
So I'm glad you're excited because you were really pissed off about FIFA 17. So I guess it's safe to say you're definitely looking forward to 18.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, more or less, even if the game sucked, I would still have to. I'd still have to buy it because I want to find out where my Hunter story ends. So
I mean, they have to have it carry over, right? I mean, there's no way they don't let it.
It's kind of weird because when I played my Hunter, the demo was in Chelsea, and that's the actual team that I picked in my story for FIFA 17.
So at the end of the game, you pick a team where you went, because that's funny because in Madden I didn't get drafted, and now you actually had to pick. I picked a team at the end of the long shot story mode.
It's basically on how your stats look. Certain teams place bids on you, and you get to pick the certain teams that actually wanted you to play for them. So you got to pick your team at the end.
Okay, that's not bad. That's good for you. You picked Chelsea, so you're very excited to play for Chelsea in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
What are you? Hopefully, your career is not sabotaged, right? That would stink right away.
Yeah, I think the goal this season, what it felt like, is just trying to play for Manchester. So I think that's where the story is going. But I guess we'll see. I'm excited. I know I'm going to do a lot of video content for this.
So definitely Dan is excited. So we'll throw that up there. Dan is excited for FIFA, even though he hated 17. But let's move on to something both of us could actually talk about. How about WWE 2K18? The career mode has been detailed. So let me pull it up real quick because it does sound promising, but it's also, you know what? I don't want to get my hopes up too much because they, we've been through this before, Dan, with WWE games. How many times did they say you could do this in career mode, you could do this in career mode, and it just becomes a flop?
They always make it look so awesome, and then it's like, oh man, what the hell is this crap? But this definitely does look and sounds a lot promising compared to all the other ones. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, so let me get it up real quick here. Career mode detailed. So here we go. I'll run this down, and the cool thing about it is that Headshot Dan and I have a cool idea for this, so we're very excited for it. Or Oscar's on here.
Who's Oscar? Nah, I'm just kidding. What's going on, Ortega? What's going on, man?
He doesn't like the corner kicks either.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. Who does, man? Those things are awful. You know, I would assume that they would have changed that already. You know, like no one likes that crap.
Yeah, it looks like it. So here it is. The career mode has detailed a heavy emphasis on the story to come in this year's version. So again, I don't want to get my hopes too high, but it does look really cool. So here we go. There's two paths you could take. The company man and the fan favorite. And there's Corey Graves and Renee Young, Dan's favorite.
Oh man, look at her. Yeah, of course. This is actually just a video of the roster, so that's about it.
All right, so the company man path is basically you aid and side with the general managers, doing whatever it takes to help create and maintain the GM's vision for the WWE. You'll ambush other superstars in the locker room and interrupt their interviews, and by doing so, you'll gain access to Vince McMahon's office and useful upgrades. Now, I'm assuming that is as in wrestling terms, the heel path. So what it sounds like is you're going to be doing a lot of heel things, and you're going to be kind of sucking up to the general managers, whoever that may be. It looks like you'll be sucking up to McMahon, and it just looks like basically you'll be running as a heel. So you're going to get booed. That pretty much kind of like what it seems like. It kind of details what it. All right, we got a random guy that were screaming. I have no idea what that was.
No, this is just better superstar video.
Oh, right. I was gonna say thank you, Headshot Dan, for that guy just kind of yelling into the. But so what's your take on those details, Dan? The company man, the heel route. It sounds like.
Yeah, dude, they both sound really interesting. Actually, I would love to see how the heel turns out more than the fan favorite. To be honest.
Yep. So we got the fan favorite. Is a complete opposite, with players instead focusing on gaining the respect of WWE superstars and legends and putting the 5-star matches and exceptional promos. You will earn in-ring bonuses and eventually gain the ability to customize your very own WWE or Universal Championship. Okay, so you're telling me, Dan, you do not want a Headshot Dan title?
Ooh,
Oscar,
thanks for the follow.
Oscar finally followed. Thank
Welcome
you,
to
Oscar.
the man cave.
Thank you, Oscar. Welcome to the man cave. Thank you for finally following. You know what the funny story, when we first started this, Oscar came downstairs when we were about to do the podcast. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, are you guys doing the podcast? We're like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, the girl's coming down. I'm like, damn it.
And it went over from there.
Yeah, and it was done after that. It was over after that. There was no podcast. It was like 10 minutes, and I was just like, all right, let me get the hell out of here. I'm like, let me bounce.
That was a good night.
But so you wouldn't mean to tell me you would not want a Headshot Dan or Inner Mom's Basement title at all, Dan?
No, man. I would. That'd be fucking awesome.
Maybe online and fight for it.
I'm gonna play both paths, and I'll start with the fan favorite, and then the next path I'll do a heel.
So I hope it doesn't get like tedious or anything like that. It's not a slideshow anymore.
How to fix it? It's magic. Very big
power.
Magic. Oscar, man, you know what, Ortega? No one's gonna forget that night, because that night was too good. You know, Pat yelling, "Yo, someone's throwing up in your backyard."
Yeah, it was it was messed up. It was really messed up that night. But Dan, so you're leaning towards fan favorite. I'll probably start company man, but like I said, I just hope both sides, it doesn't just become like, tedious and repetitive, like all the other career modes. You're just basically doing the same thing, and it's really not that much from there. You're just doing match after match after match, and there's really no direction. So are you hoping that things are changing with these two modes?
Well, yeah, sure. Next time we'll test harder. I'm sorry about that.
That's what she said.
But I'm really excited for this. I mean, it sounds promising, but every other WWE sounded promising, but ended up really bad. So I'm really hoping that the story, I hate the one thing I can't stand is a story that continues forever. I need an ending. If I'm going to play a heel, wrestling isn't a bad game.
I do love wrestling. I can show you my t-shirts if you like.
It isn't a bad game. He wants to see your t-shirt. Show me my t-shirt.
Want to see some t-shirts? All right, so go ahead, Dan. Keep talking. I got to grab some t-shirts here.
Yeah. So the heel sounds awesome. I would love to be a heel. Seth Rollins, stop weight. He said he doesn't want to see t-shirts.
It's funny you brought that guy up.
Oh, he only wants to hear your t-shirts.
He wants to hear about t-shirts. Oh, here you go. Where's the camera? There you go. Seth Rollins. As you brought it up.
How much cotton?
Yeah. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. 100% cotton.
So I'm really excited to see where the heel takes us a lot. I want to see how much freedom we have throughout the stories. Holy shit! Why did I get blocked? He only said shit. So I'm really excited to see where the story takes us, and how much we're gonna be able to move our characters. How much freedom that we're gonna have throughout the whole story. So I'm really excited to see where the story takes us and how much freedom we have in the decisions that we make.
Yeah. So also it says as well. Both paths would lead to a WrestleMania moment. However, for the first time in the series, your career mode won't. They're allowing you to continue your journey as a WWE superstar. I guess won't end there. Yeah, there we go. So it won't end there. So that was a typo on the news I'm reading off of. But that's what do you think about that? How you could continue your career mode after WrestleMania? Because normally it seems like all the career modes have ended after that.
I probably won't play anymore, to be honest. Like I said, I can't play the same story over and over without well, what are we gonna do after WrestleMania? Are we just gonna do the same thing, just wrestle for the title?
Yeah,
is there really a purpose after that?
Yeah, it probably sounds like it. There's other new additions as well. Finally added to the series, which is new additions to career mode. Include backstage free roaming, letting you talk and befriend other superstars, new and improved promos, and an update to My Career Invasion that allows other players roam backstage in your My Career save. So, yeah, Dan, I could roam backstage in your My Career if I'd like, and you could roam backstage in mine as well. But I read online that this is somewhat of like a beta
beer
test.
Club.
Yeah, bread club. Yeah.
Japanese wrestler. Who is that? Yokomura?
No, there's no such thing as bread club.
No, the Japanese wrestler.
Nakamura. He likes Japanese wrestling better. He's probably I don't even know. There is a bread club. Are you sure it's not Bullet Club or Villain Club?
The bread club is
Kenny Omega, American Nightmare. What else? But yeah, so My Career looks promising. But again, do you have high hopes, or are you genuinely excited for it?
Well, the question is, did they fix the grappling system? That's number one question.
I heard they did. I heard that they fixed the grappling system. It is a lot different. It is more fluent. It's not as I didn't like it that much either in 2K17.
I think that was one of the biggest upsets, but I'm excited. They're probably gonna do a demo like they do every year. So hopefully this demo is promising.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. So that's the My Career mode, the breakdown. I like the backstage. Finally we can free roam backstage. But like I said, the only thing that worries me, as they said, it's a what you call it? It's a kind of like a beta test. So we don't know if it's going to be full. I should say. But
it's an actual Japanese wrestler.
That's good.
That's nice. Break Club. Got it. Mental
Red
note.
Club.
Yeah, butts.
Your butts. All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks for the education.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And then calling us butts at the same time. I never heard such nice things.
All right. Anywho,
Oh my goodness. Headshot Dan, you got couple other breaking news real quick. I'll let you take it away real quick. And Fortnite, you're a Fortnite guy, so go ahead. Talk about what's going on with Fortnite.
you know how Battle Royale is an up and coming thing, you know. I was actually looking at the gameplay video of Fortnite because they're starting to do a Battle Royale, and it looks freaking awesome, man. I don't know how you do that. But anyways, Fortnite Battle Royale looks so awesome, and I'm really excited to play it. It's not out yet on console, but it is. Oh man, there was September 26th comes out to early access for Xbox, and it's a 100-player battle royale, and it's awesome because you still get the same features of like PUBG, but it's definitely a lot more cartoonish and whatnot. But you also get to build like walls. So, like if you're fighting someone, you could literally just build a wall in front of you and use that as protection, and it's awesome. I'm really excited for it. Pat, I know you didn't get this, but I know that this is a pretty popular game right now, and this is only going to make it better.
You think so? I mean, I you know what? I just couldn't get into it. I actually did play it at someone's house. Oh, Stan, you have a question here. This guy, someone has been. He wants to ask you a question.
But we're not streaming on Twitch right now, but it is linked. Well, the chat is clips. It's not active right now because I'm not streaming on Twitch. Anywho.
We got the professor in here coaching you, Dan.
Yeah, sorry for my horribleness in life.
Dan, did you see what I wrote? Message you or anything, or no?
No, I didn't look yet. 1 second.
Yeah, go look now.
Okay, there. I canceled it. Are you happy now?
My good.
Oh, sure, we could do that. Anyways, continue on, Patrick.
All right, so you're done with the Fortnite. I'm sorry, I lost track because we have the professor. We have Professor.
Everything working. Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Oh man. Oh boy. So how's Destiny going for you? I got it. So.
Destiny. Oh man.
Oh, is he gone? Are we good now?
No, he's watching. He just can't talk.
Oh Jesus. Well, sorry. Would you disable the chat for him?
You're embarrassing yourself, you geriatric fuck!
Was that? Oh man, I guess you can still use the interaction board.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So, anyway, yeah, Destiny's going really good actually. I'm really enjoying Destiny a lot. And what the hell? And the raid just came out, and I'm really excited, but I'm not that on that light level yet. I just finished the story. I still got tons of strikes. I still got to keep doing as public events. I just need to get some better equipment before I jump into the raid. I did try to nightfall, and I got like destroyed in like 3 seconds. And that shit's hard, man. The strikes, the nightfalls are actually like really hard. So I might jump on a little later and try to get some gear. How's your journey going with that?
It's going really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually not regretting paying $50 for it. So I do like it. I'm level 11 right now. I'm kind of doing the story. I just got on that planet. It's Nexus or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're almost done.
So, and I'm doing a couple of adventures just to level up, and I'm doing a lot of those public matches, those random public events that show up. So
Yeah, it's one of the best ways to
I'm
get
happy
gear.
for that. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of those, and a couple of level 20s have been there to kind of help to fight a little bit, make it a little bit easier for me to win. So I'm enjoying the game. To me, I know you said to you it doesn't feel like Halo, but to me it does. It feels a lot like Halo 2, and that's what I like about it a lot. It feels like Halo a lot.
Well, I guess you're putting it away. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just because I haven't played Halo in such a long time. Maybe I just forgot how it feels. Oh, I saw your text too, but I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to do the raid. Apparently it's hard, but then I heard it was like really easy. So I don't know. Usually Destiny raids aren't really on the easy side, but I'm really excited to do the raid.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to do to do the raid. Also, once I level up higher, I'm very excited to do raids as well. So I'm looking forward, and to do strikes. I'm looking forward to that as well.
The strikes are fun, man. Real fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go on to what we're really here for. Today's podcast was themed today, so even though it was last week, we don't do our podcast on Friday. We do them on Thursday. So we're gonna kick it off with PlayStation. Happy birthday, PlayStation! September 9th, 1995. It was released in North America. Headshot Dan. Did you get this on? Actually, no. Did you get this on Christmas, or did you get it at launch?
I got it on launch. It was a PlayStation, and I was really excited for a PlayStation. It's still one of those consoles that are up there that you never forget. Which, in fact, I still have my PlayStation somewhere. It's probably next to my Sega.
We'll talk. So as we talk about that, let's talk about our favorite games for the PlayStation. A lot of franchises started on this console. One of them I could just easily name off the top of my head, Resident Evil. This one started with the Sony PlayStation. Did you ever play any of the games on Resident Evil games on PlayStation?
I did. I played Resident Evil 1. I played Resident Evil 2. I love the Resident Evil games on PlayStation. After PlayStation 1, I don't think I touched a Resident Evil game since, but I loved them on PlayStation for sure. No, there were so many great games on PlayStation.
Resident Evil 1, you talk Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, who is one of my favorite video games of all time. Resident Evil Nemesis was fantastic. There were some hiccups though, and with that franchise, you had Resident Evil Survivor, which was the first person. I don't know if you ever played that one. That one was junk.
No, I haven't.
Ortega brings up another good point. Metal Gear Solid was started on the PlayStation, so we can't forget about that one. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's another one. Dan, did you play Tomb Raider?
I played, man, of course, man. Who hasn't? That game was so much fun. You know how many games started? Crash, Final Fantasy, Tekken. Like there were so many games. Spyro. Like there was just so many.
They were hard.
Man, you got Tony Hawk. I love Tony Hawk. It's probably one of my favorite games. Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Tony Hawk was fantastic. Skate 4. That's been rumored for the longest time. But I think EA might have moved away from the franchise. Maybe they saw what happened with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, and they were just like, well, we're gonna stay away from this, and we're definitely not gonna put another skate game out.
Yeah, the skates aren't really selling at all. Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah.
The Tony Hawk. The skate games weren't really selling that well anymore. It's just a dying field right there. What else you got? You played Twisted Metal. That game was fun.
Twisted Metal was Twisted Metal one I loved. Definitely one of my all-time. Definitely very underrated game. I love Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal 2 definitely I loved a lot. I used the guy in the motorcycle with the two big wheels. I used him a lot. I forgot his name, and the guy, the clown, Twisty, I think.
Yeah, I know you're
Twisty,
talking
right?
about. Yeah.
I used him a lot. I love Twisted Metal. That game was great.
It was great.
trying to think of a couple of my Final Fantasy. I mean, Crash Bandicoot. There we go. There's another franchise that was started. Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if you ever played this game, Dan. Tomorrow Never Dies.
No.
007.
No, I haven't. I didn't play.
Yeah, I played this one. It was pretty good.
No, that it looked awful. No, you know a game I played, Rampage. You remember Rampage?
Yes, Rampage was awesome. I love that game.
I used to wreck that game so hard. I went to a barcade with Ortega once a while ago, playing Rampage. You forget how hard that game was. Like, that game is still hard to this day. But Rampage is definitely up there.
Final Fantasy VII was another game. I mean, that's the only Final Fantasy I played, and I actually enjoyed it, but not enough to continue continue playing it.
That's still my one and only favorite Final Fantasy game. But the other ones, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, now,
We also had Tekken as well. Fighting games were big on this console. Tekken was one of them. Tekken
was the only fighter game I played.
Yeah, Tekken was fantastic. Fear Effect, which they're remaking, which I can't wait.
Yeah, scary.
Parappa the Rapper. Did you play that?
Yeah, I played Parappa the Rapper. That game? It was so much fun, man. Parappa the Raptor. Such a fun game.
Yeah, Parappa the Rapper was awesome. Dino Crisis was also fantastic. I love that series. I really wish they would remake that series. Spyro the Dragon. My goodness, man. Spyro was awesome. How good was Spyro the Dragon?
Spyro the Dragon. I used to go over to my buddy's house and play that all the time.
There was also the Driver series. I don't know if you ever played that one. That game, you talk about how hard the cops were in Grand Theft Auto. Play
Driver
the cops.
Series, no.
Oh, man. The cops and Driver were unbearable.
Speaking of racing games, I used to play can't even fucking pronounce it, Gran Turismo a lot, too. Gran Turismo was probably one of my favorite racing games on PlayStation, at least. You're right, Ortega. F-Sound was the best, literally.
Siphon Filter was another great series on PlayStation. I really wish they would bring that series back. I love that series on PlayStation 1. That was a great spy action game.
How can you forget the Spider-Man game? That game was so short.
The Spider-Man game, but man, was it fun. I love that Spider-Man game. It reminded me of the animated... It basically was the animated series. I loved it. I guess someone doesn't agree. Silent Hill was another one. Silent Hill was another great survival horror series.
It scared me.
This is that's when that game was good until they screwed it up with, all the other games they released after that.
You ever played Ape Escape?
Yes. When I got the DualShock, it came with the DualShock controller.
That game was fun. I like it. It was stupid but fun.
Also, that's when the Grand Theft Auto series was introduced. I mean, it wasn't as...
Grand Theft Auto 1.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 1, GTA 2, GTA London. I mean, it wasn't as great as, we know what kind of what GTA did for video games, but this was starting it. Grand Theft Auto, this was the start, even though it was a top-down view. It was still pretty fun, but, I definitely was impressed when I first saw it. They had Rugrats. Did you ever play Rugrats Search for Reptar?
I have, actually. Believe it or not, I still have a lot of my old games, man. Maybe we should dust it off soon.
We should. We should dust it off pretty soon. What do we got? We got Step Brothers soundboards going on here.
No, interactions of the stream.
Oh, so what did you put? All Step Brothers?
No, they got Step Brothers, Billy Madison, Superbad, Beer Fest.
Okay. Also, great movies.
That's so funny. Last time I heard that, I laughed so hard I fell off my dinosaur.
There you go. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was awesome.
Oh, I
like that one
so much. Yeah, for real.
So before we go to the bad games, even though we were kids on the PlayStation 1, we didn't really know what was a bad game. What would you say is your fondest memory of PlayStation 1?
Oh, man, dude, I think some of the games I spent the most time playing. It's kind of hard. I spent a lot of time on Final Fantasy, like everyone pretty much has. There's just so many good memories. There's just so many games that you play. Final Fantasy I played a lot. Metal Gear. I think probably some of the best times I had was Rampage because my best friend at the time, who's also named Dan, we used to go play Rampage all the time, which is awesome. Oh, we used to play a lot of that Crash Bandicoot racing game too. That game was a lot of fun. There's just so many good memories with the PlayStation. I mean, a lot of the old consoles. Just too many good times with those.
There and this video that we have playing here, 7 hours long. Obviously, we're not going to have the full 7 hours of all this, but I mean, you look at a lot of the classics, and again, a lot of the franchises that are still around today started on the PlayStation. Like we mentioned, Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo. We forgot to mention Gran Turismo. A lot of great franchises started with this console. Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot. So,
you want to talk to me in private?
Just who wants to talk to you in private?
FIFA 98.
Oh man, who wants to talk to you in private?
Look at the chat, man. Don't tell him. Okay, Pat, we're not gonna have a private conversation. Man, all those games back then when you had to create your own character, you can always
all I
to
see
99.
is all I see is Oscar. All I see is Oscars. I don't see anything else.
Okay, never mind him. What's going on, man? So we always every game. That wasn't even just FIFA alone. Any game where you were able to create a character, you can always go to 99, like rating. Like even wrestling games, you can always boost your stats up to 99.
WWF Attitude. You ever play WWF Attitude?
Yeah, I have. All the wrestling games back then. I was
the SmackDown. Forgot to mention the SmackDown game started on this one, that one too. SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. I played all those wrestling games too on there. I enjoyed them. They had a WCW game on there, but they weren't that great. There was Mayhem, which was kind of clunky. And I forget what other WCW game they had. Oh, they had like Thunder and Monday Nitro, which were, oh man, the pixels were terrible. I mean, there's some games that kind of aged well, but the best, if you go back to play the original Resident Evil, the voice acting is one of the worst voice acting in video game history. I'm sure. Do you remember any of this voice acting? It was terrible. Did you hear anything I said?
No, you broke up at the end. What'd you say at the end? Like I heard everything except I heard something like voice acting, and you just cut off.
Oh, I said the voice acting in the original Resident Evil was terrible. How bad was that voice acting?
It was pretty bad, but so was most of the voice acting in games back then. Were pretty much terrible.
Do you remember yourself playing any bad games? Now I know you were a kid, and every game was good in your eyes, but do you remember anything about playing like, wow, this game actually sucks? Why did I make my parents go buy it?
Oh man, shit. I can't. I'm trying to think of some games off the top of my head. I really, I don't really remember too much of the horrible games. I remember if they weren't good, I would literally just put them down and never touch them again. But I don't think I ever had one of those games where I was like, I hated them most. Oh, a game? Oh man, what was the sport? Oh, Sky Air. The skiing game I played. That was only a demo though, because I used to get those disc demos
from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, from Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to get a lot of those demos, and those really helped in deciding to buy the games. There was a lot of horrible games. Oh, you know what game that we didn't mention that was a fun game? That South Park game. Fucking hilarious.
I played on 64 that one. I know which one you're talking about. I played that one on 64.
That game was hilarious. But as far as like bad games, there wasn't really too many. If you want to count Bart Simpson Wrestling or.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord, no. God, please, no.
But I don't have anything too bad to say. I remember that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's shitty games, but I haven't played them. Like I know the Celebrity Deathmatch. They made a game for that.
That game was bad. Do you remember playing Star Wars: Rise of It was a terrible Star Wars game. It was a fighting game.
It was like one
Rise
of
of
those,
Terracos. Oh man, it was fucking terrible.
It was awful. Like I said, man, you know, those demo discs saved money.
Not from. I mean, geez. As far as the Final Fantasy remake goes, Final Fantasy VII was the only one I played. I did like it, but not enough to continue playing the series. And you know, only person that's like really excited for it is Barbosa. Headshot Dan, what about you? Are you excited? Are you gonna get the remake, or you fight that one Final Fantasy was just a one and done?
The Final Fantasy game, the only Final Fantasy game I played was that one, Final Fantasy VII. That was it. Literally, that's it. You know, there is talks about a remake of it. If it's on Switch, I'll probably pick it up. Because that game was a lot of fun. So, if there's considerations...
Did you ever play Barbie Explorer? I know you definitely picked that up for PlayStation. You definitely picked that up.
You weren't supposed to say that out loud.
Well, could you tell us how it was?
You know, after spending a few hours playing that game, I came to realize that it was pretty awesome. So, no complaints.
What did you do with your Barbie? Anything, or?
I don't want to say.
No.
We just had the best time of our lives.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, Dan?
No, I think I'm pretty good. Or Sega, man. What's or I guess chat in general.
What?
Name your favorite games. Name your worst games for PlayStation. Let it go.
Yeah, Oscar, what do you got? Oh man, hold on. Figure.
Alright. Ortega, you saw that video that I put on Facebook today? You might have a game. What game is it, man? Let us know. Oh, remember that Star Wars game? Oh man, that racing Star Wars game.
Do you remember Star Wars Episode 1 that came out with that? Was a bad game too, actually. And they also had Star Wars Jedi Battles. That one was actually good. And it's Castlevania.
You play that game a lot.
Did you watch the series on Netflix? I still have to finish it.
No, I didn't even start. I wanted to, but I haven't started yet.
It's only 4 episodes. You could get through it.
What? 4 episodes?
Yeah, that's it. But we'll move on to the other birthday console, the Sega Dreamcast, which was released on 9/9/9/9, if you remember that.
9/9.
Let's talk about the Sega Dreamcast. The console, I believe, was ahead of its time. Dan, did you own a Sega Dreamcast?
No, I've just played on my friends every day.
How could you not own probably one of the greatest consoles, in my opinion, of all time?
Well, my friend lived like next door, and he had one of those hacked Dreamcasts. So he had all the games burned on CDs. So I just went there every day.
That was one of their killers. Was that? Besides, well, we'll talk about that. But that was one of their killers. Was they still use CDs, which you can burn all the games on there, which was pretty tough. So we take a look at the games for Sega Dreamcast. I mean, this was like having an arcade in your house. That's why I loved it. It had a lot of arcade games. And it started, it also started some good franchises. The 2K series, NBA 2K still around. Unfortunately, NFL 2K died because Madden has the rights. NHL 2K kind of died because it didn't compete with. I got Gamecast, yeah. I said I can't afford it. Well, there's GameCube and there's Dreamcast. Which one you got? I said I got Gamecast, man. I can't afford it.
Soul Calibur was also a good game.
Soul Calibur. Taxi. Yep. Crazy Taxi. Again, it felt like you had the arcade right in your home. You had Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on there as well. You had the Street Fighter games.
House of the Dead.
Oh man, I loved House of the Dead. It was great to have House of the Dead.
Wasn't Shenmue on there too?
Shenmue, there we go, another now, I mean, I could consider it a franchise because they're finally bringing it back. It took long enough, but Shenmue started, and that kind of I felt that started a trend also with like kind of linear open world games. But I have a Dreamcast. I still have it. I have the black one, the Sport Edition that came out, and I have Shenmue. So I'm definitely down to dust that off and wink wink, Dan. First time play. But
it could be done.
Could be done. There's also Jet Set Radio. What a great game that was. Have you ever played Jet Set Radio?
I have. Here, one second. I'm just going to play this for the chat real quick.
Grand Theft Auto 3. Word? Can I borrow that?
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
No, I got Gamecast.
Excuse me, I played on that.
Gamecast.
That was that was probably one of the best Resident Evils that didn't have a
I
number.
said I got Gamecast, man. Damn, I
in
can't
it.
afford it.
I love
My
that
bad,
game.
I'm just trying to help you out.
I can't. What did you put? I didn't even see it.
No, you won't be. I'll put the Malibu's Most Wanted Gamecast.
Oh my god. Tony Hawk was even ported over to the system, so you could play Tony Hawk.
Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble was good. I did like Ready to Rumble. They ported over a lot of games. Some of the ports were good, some were bad. Did you ever play 18 Wheeler, the truck game, on the arcades?
No, I don't think so.
No, well, they ported that over. It was good. I love the Dreamcast. It was the first online console. I mean, unfortunately, you had to use dial-up, so I mean, the online wasn't that great. But this console was ahead of its time, man. I mean, online gaming. The problem was their biggest downfall was they still use CDs, so the games were you could, pirate the games very easily. And then, then the PlayStation 2 kind of came out, and that put the nail in the coffin. PlayStation 2, in my opinion, is the greatest gaming system of all time. But this system was very underrated, ahead of its time. I love the Dreamcast. It's unfortunate that you didn't own one, Dan. I can't ask. What games did you finally remember playing though when you went to your friend's house?
Well, I think I named pretty much everything. Played a lot of Sonic, Crazy Taxi. We played a lot of Jet Set. I did play a lot of combat games like Mortal Kombat. Well, not Mortal Kombat, but like Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive. We played a lot of games. Like I said, man, I was playing every day. House of Dead. We were pretty big into House of the Dead. Street Fighter. There were so many games that we played. Like I said, he had every single game on a disc. All those burn games, which was pretty awesome just to hang out over there with some Madison Ready to Rumble. Played some Unreal, even though Unreal wasn't that great on the console.
At that time. Bad games. You remember any bad games? There is a couple bad games I played. Resident Evil 2 wasn't ported over very well. I know it was a port, but still, it really wasn't ported over well on the Dreamcast. WWF Royal Rumble. I don't know if you ever played that. That game was not ported. That game was really bad. Also, I played Seaman, which was a terrible game. I don't know if you've played that. It was a bad game.
Yeah, Spec Ops was pretty bad. You play Spec Ops?
What game?
Spec Ops? Yeah.
I played a little bit of it, yeah.
There was a game called Creatures. That was pretty awful, too.
I don't think I touched that.
Yeah,
kind of glad I didn't, actually.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a scary game. I mean, I had a couple here and there kind of scaries, but it was pretty bad. Trying to think. There was another wrestling game. Oh, my God. Let me Google it. I'll Google this real quick. There was another wrestling game that was awful.
The only one there was a UFC game they made for it that was atrocious.
ECW.
Oh yeah, that was also on PlayStation 1. That game stunk.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But every console has those bad games, and that was definitely quite a few bad games for Dreamcast. Period.
I mean, but how awesome! I mean, if you would, I really again, I still own it, so we could dust it off, and I could take you back to memory lane, because some games have aged pretty well still on the console. I think Shenmue still looks good for its time. There's still some games that have aged pretty good, so
Yeah, I would definitely play Dreamcast. That's such a good console. I mean, even though I didn't get the chance to own one, it was still a pretty good console.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to own it because they were sold out, and I luckily got one.
Oh, the Dreamcast. We'll definitely dust off that bad boy and play some Dreamcast.
Absolutely, I love this console. It cracks my top 5 consoles. That's how much I love the Dreamcast.
Nothing will beat the Sega.
What?
So nothing will beat the first Sega.
What, the Genesis?
Yeah, I love the Genesis.
Yeah, I mean, another problem with the Dreamcast too was a lot of people were pissed off about the Saturn, which kind of screwed Sega a little bit when this console came out. But it sold well at launch. It sold well in Japan. It was huge in Japan. Just over here in North America,
Well, yeah, South Park Rally game was on Dreamcast. The driving one.
Yes.
That was like horrible but funny.
It's pretty. So I mean, we got a lot in the works in the coming weeks. We're definitely going to be starting pushing out content. Definitely this weekend we're going to be working on it. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be there.
I will too. I will be there. We're definitely going to be pushing out content. I'm really looking forward to pushing out some content.
Yeah, have some Rainbow Six content.
Rainbow Six. We're going to be pushing out Rainbow Six content. We're actually going to finally, eventually, maybe getting a Madden or a FIFA tournament finally going as well. Ortega, if you're interested, we're going to be possibly doing a FIFA and a Madden tournament. Definitely once I get my laptop, though, we'll definitely do that. The Madden one, too, and the FIFA one we can do. We'll have a prize at the end, so it's definitely going to be worth it to do it. So I'm looking forward to push content. Anything else you'd like to add, Headshot?
No. Well, our giveaway's still going on. Ends in 2 weeks.
Do we have we have some people entered? Correct.
We actually had a lot. Around about 50, 100 people.
Wow.
It looks like it's at 100 people now, but
Jesus.
There's 16 days left.
And we will be revealing the winner on stream. Correct.
Yeah, it'll be on a. Well, let's see. The giveaway ends the 31st, the 30th, and then we'll give it away on the 5th, November 5th, as a.
You mean October 5th?
Yeah, what'd I say?
Yeah, November. You said November.
Oh yeah, October 5th. Yeah, we'll definitely give it away on October 5th, and it'll be fun. Yeah, I know you all about that FIFA 20. You get I don't know when it's gonna be, but we'll definitely have a FIFA 20. But yeah, I think that's it. You can join the giveaway. I posted a link into the chat. Feel free to join that. I am gonna be starting a segment. Well, we will both actually be doing segments for Rainbow Six, where the viewers are gonna upload their videos, and for every video that's entered, we're gonna have a monthly giveaway for the Rainbow Six players. The best videos will get it.
And Oscar, if you do join the tournament, you have to get a nickname. We all have nicknames on here, so you got to get a nickname.
Ortega.
But I'm Rage Quit Pat. That's Headshot Dan, and I know we're gonna be pushing out. Check out our YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, and get ready for some more content. Thank you.
Thank you.